Hello, welcome to A Very Curious Place. Today I am trying to record as many of my videos as I can. So we're going to go ahead and do Mystery Monday for next week, not this week. So Mystery Monday, well, when you see this, it will be next week, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, so Mystery Monday for this week is Father Brown Mysteries. And I love this show. It is, of course, another BBC. I love BBC. My hair is all in a knot. One little breeze and everything's in a knot now. But anyway, so Father Brown is one of the BBC shows, and it's great. It is about, I think he's a Protestant priest, and he just can't help himself. He's just kind of got to be like the male version of Mrs. Marple, or Miss Marple, and so he's constantly, you know, watching and seeing what's going on, and kind of just, you know, putting his view in here and there, and just for kicks and giggles, just to see what's going on. So he's constantly, you know, looking for mysteries, you know, keeping an eye out, and when there is one, he's constantly in it and driving the police crazy. And you know, it's hilarious. He rides around on a bicycle. And in the shows, you also got his I guess you would call her his housekeeper, but she also does like the work with the church and everything like that. Then there is also one of the local guys who started out getting in a lot of trouble, and then eventually ended up working for one of the I guess you would say the local aristocrats. And so he goes on to there, and then that local aristocrat eventually goes traveling with her husband, and her niece comes in, and it's a really good, they have really good plots, really good writing, and it's always something different and unique, and I love it. And I love the area and everything that they film in, and it's done back in the days from around the wars. I think World War II, I think it was like back in the 50s. And 40s or 50s, I'm trying to think. But anyway, it's I believe it was 50s. But anyway, it kind of has a different feel to it than the Midsummer Murders does. It has more of a past kind of feel to it. You know, it's the different kind of, you know, clothing, and the different you know, the way they do things differently. You know, they travel by train, the old-timey cars, the older kind of clothing, you know, different habits, you know, from back in those days. Because back in those days, things that we deem as, you know, normal now would have been like extremely, you know, just looked down upon, because it's risque, and it's, you know, inappropriate, and, you know, so it's just really interesting. It does have a religious bent, and so I guess if you don't like anything with kind of like a religious bent to it, then you wouldn't like this. But me, myself, I don't mind that. I can't decide if, no, it's too much. I'm constantly fiddling with the light. I don't mind things that have more of a kind of a religious bent to them. I really do like it. It does, you know, have, because the lead character is a priest, it does have a lot of, you know, religious talk and talk of God, and, you know, confession is good for the soul, you know, things like that. And I like it, you know. It's you know, it has serious things, it has funny things, it's got some kind of things that, you know, would have been like seriously risque back in the day, and nowadays they're just kind of tame, you know. And I also love the lead character who plays Father Brown. I started watching him originally. He played a small part in the very first season of the TV show Red Dwarf. It's a sci-fi from over in BBC. And I don't know if you know what Red Dwarf is. He played one of the characters in it, like before the leak, and that, you know, ended up as just a pile of dust. So he was one of Lister's friends. And so I loved him in Red Dwarf. And so when I saw his picture for the Father Brown Mysteries, I was like, oh my God, that's the guy. So I was like, okay, no, I have to watch it. I've got to watch it. And once I started watching it, I just kind of got hooked. I love a good mystery, and I love all things like Agatha Christie and Miss Marple and Hercule Poirot, which I'm not pronouncing right, but you know, I mean, I love all those types of things, and so this was like right up my alley. So I just kind of got hooked on it, and I have just now started catching, because they just put on some new seasons, and I've been trying to catch up with all the seasons that I haven't seen yet, and I love it so much. So if you love mysteries, this is a great one, because the mysteries they have are really good. Just like you'll think you know who the killer is, and then there's like a twist and it turns out to be completely a different person. Those are the ones I love. The ones that actually make you think. You know, because if you're not having to think, it's not a good mystery. You know, and I love a good mystery, because I'm just like, if I'm not having to think about it, it's of no use to me. Because, you know, I want something that's going to challenge my mind if I'm watching a mystery. If I want something that's not going to challenge my mind, I'll watch the movies that I call no-brainers. A no-brainer is just something funny, or, you know, something that you don't really have to put a lot of thought into, because it's basically cut out of the same cloth as like 15, 20 other, you know, movies, and they're all the same. You know, so it's entertainment, but it's not, you know, it's not challenging to your mind. With the mysteries that are challenging to your mind, those are the ones you want to watch, because those are the really good ones, you know? And I love those. And Father Brown Mysteries has a lot of those. I mean, sometimes I'm pretty good at it. I've gotten pretty good about this, and after so many years of watching mysteries, sometimes I can kind of pick out who the murderer is. But then there are a lot of times with this show that I'm just like, I never even saw that. I can't believe I didn't get it. It's just such a great show. And I cannot remember the names of any of the characters, but as always, I will post it down below, right down there, the little box right down there. And so I'll post it down there, you know, all the characters, you know, when it was started out. And it is, as far as I know, still going, because like I said, they did just put on some new seasons. So I do believe it's still going. Today is Wednesday. I can't do what I was going to do. I forgot the place I was going to go closes at noon on Wednesdays. And it's 11:35. I'll never make it. So I can't do what I was going to do. So, oh, I can't believe I forgot about that. So, okay, yeah, I'm probably basically just going to turn around. The hamster got stuck on the wheel. So anyway, it's a great show. If you love mysteries, you're just looking for something to kind of watch, to kind of keep your attention, to keep your interest, this is a great series. This is one of those series you can turn it on from the beginning and watch it all the way through, and you will be, when you get to the end, you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe there are no more. I want more. You know, so this is a great one. So you should definitely watch some Father Brown. And as I said, I'm sure you can get it on like the BBC channels and stuff like that, but it is also on Netflix. So go watch some Father Brown. As always, much love from Auntie in a very curious place. Like and subscribe below. I would be it would mean so much to me for y'all to subscribe. So, stay strange, sweeties.